Hey everybody, welcome back to Settlement Survival. Now, it's been an interesting few years between episodes, so let me start with saying this. The Gatherer's Hut is absolute garbage. Sending your people out to gather plants is more efficient at getting seeds and at getting food than using the Gathering Hut. And from the seeds that we got, this is going to blow your mind. So if we take a look at our collections, we have peas, flax, agave, oats, tomatoes, and herbs, and all of those have been relatively easy to get by just simply sending our people out and collecting instead of using the Gathering Hut. I did finish the sand pit. In this episode, I want to get our first nursery down. I'm going to go ahead and plop it down right now just to get it going since we have a few workers, and then next year our herbs should be taken care of. We'll get it right up against our compost there. Now, water is an issue. So I'm going to throw another big well next to our houses right here. I'm not knowing if I need to have 2 people working at that or only 1, as this one's producing 486. I'm thinking that 1 should be able to get it at a point where we're okay. But for right now, I'm going to add another worker in there just to get it a little bit, just to get the building a little bit quicker. Wood's in okay shape, and our stone and iron is in okay shape. We've been maintaining fairly well for the last few years, and another person just became a laborer. This is good. We just hit the 30 adults, so we're going to look at building the school at the end of this episode, as well as after we build the nursery and the well, we're going to look at building ourselves the cemetery, because we're going to start losing people to old age. Now, those look like deer. I thought those were horses for a second, as I know horses are only through trade. I was a little bit confused. I was like, hey, that's not what I thought it was. Now, these immigrants could pose an interesting thing, but it would mean we would need to get the town hall. That requires 120 both stone and iron. The wood, I think we could get. The stone and iron is a little bit more of a venture. I'm going to temp this in right beneath the production here. That way I remember it, and I'm just going to pause it for right now. And look at that. Our nursery's getting done and our well's getting done, and we have a research point. So before we do the research point, I was taking a look at the buffalo, and something that I didn't really put 1 and 1 together of is we have fat. So with our research point, we should take a look at soap so that we can turn our fat into soap and try to get a little bit better health that way. For the last point in agriculture, I want the forest farm because I'd like to get away from the farm as it's a little bit more productive. It's done me well. I've added an extra person in there, and it's getting me 40 in some years. It looks like last year was 22, or this year's 22. The year before was 40. I had a year that was as high as 80. So it's at least getting me a little bit closer, but it's not quite as good as what I'd like. Let's switch the big well over to yielding water. I'm not sure if there's a point where we can set it to something other than water. It just seems like that's a weird production that we have to specify what we're growing there. Wood's getting a little bit low, and it looks like they're getting through and picking all of the herbs and everything around the town. So I'm going to go ahead and do a order for some trees. Let's get these trees down here, and let's cancel this up here. Let's do a halt instead of whatever I was trying to do. Renee just became a laborer. Thankfully, we don't have anybody who's looking for a house quite yet, as we're a little bit shy there. Now we do have our person Rodney is in the nursery. Let's get that switched over to herbs. Hopefully this produces enough. We'll be able to maintain off of 1 without needing another one. And let's take a look at a couple of houses since I want to get rid of a few more of these tents. Megan just became a laborer. Excellent. This is promising. We're up to 32. Let's throw a house right there. A clay is packed again, and we just had somebody die. Tina Builder died of old age and was replaced. Oh, thank you for your service, Tina. Let's get a forester up here. We're gonna go 8 by 15. It's probably gonna take a while for us to get the amount of clay that we need, as I set the clay to a maximum of 50, so it's probably gonna take just a little bit of time to get that. And since we have enough people at the moment, let's go ahead and reenact the research institution, and let's remove this atrocity that is a gathering post. For all the games that I've played, the gathering post has been so amazing and extreme. It is so horrible on this level. All right, I just heard a ding that something finished, but I am not seeing anything. I'm also not seeing that the water's starting to go up. This is scaring me. Yeah, I don't see. All right, there's our house, so it's finished. Maybe we take a look through and see if we have any young couples that we can send over there. So, yep, let's send this one. Stella, I want you to move to the new house, and then we will recondition your house into something a little bit better here. We will put an actual house there. And with that, they tore down the gather. Excellent. Now, hopefully by next year, hopefully the nursery will be productive. And I'm thinking that we can add another person into the compost plant, since that we have a bit of animal dung yet. So let's hire somebody up here. Gets us only one labor, so we're at the whim of needing more labors. We've got some wood and stone and iron. Let's go ahead and get another house. That way we can kind of keep our progression going. Let's throw it up here. Yeah, this is going to be good. It's going to mean that we're going to be able to get to school, and hopefully we don't lose so many people that are happiness tanks. But as long as we can keep it going, I'm happy. Taking a look at our iron, I'm a little bit worried about this, as it could be that we run out of our mine soon. Oh, and speaking of the mine, I had an amazing comment that says, if I go to fuel, click on coal, click on the little box, it will show it in the resource panel. That is an amazing comment. And then another comment said, for building houses, if I press the F key, it will cycle through. So if we put this here and press F, it sure enough, it cycles through them. Keep the tips coming, guys. It has been 4 months since I played the game, nearly 5 months. I am a little bit rusty. So thank you for the comments. Now it looks like we're building something. Oh, this is the school. I don't want to build the school quite yet. I want to do that between episodes so that you guys aren't waiting for people that are laborers to basically happen. Our food's still in good shape. I don't need to unpause that farm. Clothes are in rough shape, and in order to expand that, I'm gonna have to expand out the pastures, as I don't think the hunter is the right route. Let's pause the hunter and let's eliminate it. I'm thinking that it's past its age. Give me one more labor. This person can become in the forester in a minute, these two. For right now, I'm thinking that right here we go ahead and plant our next pasture, getting ready. So this is going to be a little bit bigger. We're going to continuously make them a little bit larger until we get to the size we want. Let's go 8 by 17, and that we'll probably do a shift half of this into there. And I'm seeing some trees that are fully grown. Let's go ahead and grab as many as we can, probably through here. Now, how much did we harvest? Oh, we're just hitting the spring. I'm thinking we're the end of the year and we haven't actually done anything with that yet. I want to see how much it harvests. I'm like an anxious little kid here going, is it done yet? Is it done yet? That's absolutely crazy that I'm that much ahead. This area, I think we're going to need some houses in here, as taking out the hunter really left a vacant spot. And I'm not sure why these alpaca are hanging around, seeing that we maybe, ooh, you know what? That's a morbid thought. Maybe the hunter, they were like, hey, I saw this guy take away my brother, and I just went to knock on the door, but nobody answered. They're hanging out at the hunter because, well, that's where all their family members went. It's late at night. I'm senile. All right. Our pasture is getting built. That was super fast. Let's get that switched over to buffalo, and we'll go ahead and separate this out into the new pasture. There we go. And I don't think we need 2 people in there. Let's close that down to just 1, keeping us 1 labor up there. Now for the extra people that we have, let's grab these stones, as long as it's in the middle of the spring. And taking a look down here, let's grab these stones. I'll grab that iron later. I just kind of want to get enough ready that I can get that town hall going. I'm really hoping that we get some kids to adult soon. I'm a little bit worried about that. Now for the next set of people to move. All of the couples look like they're a little bit older. And old boy Lester just moved in with a 10-year-old. Yes, with Lindy becoming a labor, we have some opportunity for some more growth here. No, I was gonna say that she's gonna go into the forester, but she won't go into the forester because we're going to move probably the people from the Forester into that. Let's throw Wendy into the sand pit. We have a starving person. Why do we have a starving person and a thirsty person? Where are they? Okay, they just got back to their house. They might have been collecting the stone from the far reaches. All right, I think we have enough wood because we're not building anything that we can get another house down. Thankfully, stone is in really good shape and so is wood. But let's get a house right here. Then we'll get another tent out of the way. And then what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and open up our town hall there to get more. Well, we're going to open it up to start building it, but I want to switch this over to iron to get us a little bit of iron so we have enough to build the town hall. And then we're just going to have to watch our fuel to make sure it doesn't drop down. We're looking like a proper town. We're over 30 people. We've got a few children, and we're in that ratio of where I like to be for children to adult in city builders, where it's roughly 3 adults to every 1 child. Granted, we're a little bit off kilter right now, seeing that we're a little closer to maybe 6 to 1 right now. Yeah, a little bit off kilter there. Now, where was, oh boy, Lester and Wendy? I need you guys to move into a proper house, and then we will repurpose your tent into a proper house in a minute here. Get that deconstructed. Let's unpause the town hall. We're not going to get this set of immigrants, but we might get the set after, as well as we should be able to start getting mayors very soon here. We're in a little bit promising shape. Wesley became a laborer. Excellent. We'll probably be able to go into the farm with one of our people from our Forester. This is good. I'm feeling like we need another person in the mine. So let's throw another person in there. And Wendy became a miner. I was thinking that Wesley would become a miner, but apparently Wendy became one. That's apparently to handle a 76-year-old. Wendy is a strong, independent woman. All right, so our immigrants arrived, and sure enough, we didn't finish the town hall in time, so we're gonna have to pass on them. I'm not seeing any options to do anything else. I was hoping that we would get like a winter event, and we're just about to finish on the Forester farm there. Got a new tech point. Excellent. This is good. We're gonna be able to get some fancy things. And why is my builder? Oh, there we go. We just finished the Forester farm. Let's go ahead and shut off the Forester's hut, and let's go ahead and remove that. Now, one of the things we're going to run into an issue with soon is agave. Granted, we've got a little bit left. I'm thinking we go ahead and switch peas to agave, and maybe not next year, but the year after, once we get a couple more laborers, we'll switch that on. Let's get this set to trees. Now, for the mine, I'm thinking, yeah, it looks like we're gonna have enough stone, we're gonna have enough wood. It's just down to the iron ore to make that happen. Since we're in the middle of winter, let's go ahead and gather this area right here. Just gather everything to try to make it nice and clean looking. And I really want the people to go away. It makes me feel bad that I don't have an immigration office to bring them in, since we have a couple of extra laborers. Oh, another traveling merchant. I can't do anything with them either, seeing that we don't have another trader. We have 2 people in the builder. I was going to throw another person in there, but we don't need to. Oh, that's actually really good. That means that we have some options to hire up some more people for the sand pit. Since we threw Megan in there, let's go ahead and bump this up to 250. That way we can try to have enough clay in stock to build the next thing we want to build. Fuel is low. We're just shy of the amount of iron that we need to build the town hall. So I'm going to wait just a touch longer. As long as I don't have a ton of cold houses, I think that we're okay to do that. Yeah, just a little bit longer. Soon as the town hall gets started, then we'll go ahead and switch this back over to coal. Maybe add another miner in there just to make it kind of balance out. We are out of clothes, so I'm hoping the pasture becomes productive soon. We might have to put another pasture over here in the short future. Let's extend this road this way, because I'll want to place another Forester over next to it. Maybe once we get another couple of laborers. Look at that. The town hall's getting built. Let's switch this over to coal, and let's throw one more person in there to get us caught back up. So I'm just going to set it for that. I do want to stay, maybe we go a little higher than 300. Maybe we go to 400 now, since we have a little bit more housing. And let's try to hire that person again. There we go. Jonas. Eunice? I'm probably saying that way wrong. From there, once we get our town hall, I'm liking what we got going on here. Houses would be next, and we've got a little bit of stone, a little bit of iron, and a little bit of wood left. Let's activate the school, and I think that we're going to call this one a little bit shorter than I typically would have. That way I have time in between episodes to build the school and switch out more of these houses, and then throw a cemetery down in the corner somewhere, as we've had some people die of old age. So I'm thinking like right there. With that, thank you guys for joining, and we will see you in the next episode where we are finally at a point where we are sustainable.